So take a comfortable seat. Any kind of seat will do as long as you're happy with it. And take a minute just to kind of settle into the seat, to let the weight of your body drop down so you feel a sense of grounding. Maybe take a breath out, and as you exhale, feel a little bit more settling. And then as you breathe in, just allow the spine gently to extend. Let the crown of the head reach upward, shoulders draw down. Nice, easy breath in and out. And with your next inhale, begin to extend your arms out wide to the side. Reach all the way up and overhead. Continue to reach up through the upper body as you ground down more through the lower body. Take a really big inhale. Reach up higher through the right arm. As you exhale, drop your left hand down to the floor, and then as you inhale, stretching up through the right side and then side bend over to the left. In the first few breaths, just relax into that stretch. Support yourself with your left hand. Begin to breathe a little bit more deeply into your right side. And then you can either stay right where you are, or the next time you inhale, maybe just activate the stretch through the right side a little bit more, reaching more through the fingertips. Stay grounded. Breathe in and breathe out. And then on your next inhale, reach back up through both arms. Take a big stretch up through the center. Spread your fingers. Open the palms. Breathe in. And then as you exhale, bring your right hand down. Stretch out higher through the left side. Take a really big inhale as you exhale, side bend over to the right. And the first few breaths, just relax into the support in your right hand. Kind of lean into it. And then either stay just right where you are is good, or if you want to, next time you inhale, begin to activate the stretch a bit more through the left side. Stay grounded. Breathe in and breathe out, and then on your next inhale, reach back up through both arms. Big stretch up through the center, and then as you exhale, just let the arms relax down. Roll your shoulders a couple of times. All right, and then switch the cross of the legs, put the other leg in front. And then take a moment again, once you get the legs folded in the opposite direction, just to make sure you feel really well grounded again. As you exhale, let your lower body root down. As you breathe in, just like before, extend up through the upper body. And then for a twist, bring your right hand to the floor a little bit behind you. Take the left hand to the right leg. Breathe in, lift into the chest. Breathe out and begin to turn to the right. And with every inhalation, lengthen as you inhale. And if there's room, turn a little bit more on the exhale. But make sure you've got room for breath. And do just one more breath in. And then as you exhale, release back to center. When you get back to center, bring your left hand behind you, right hand to the left knee. And lengthen, breathe in. And begin to turn, breathe out. Just the right amount of twist, no more, no less. Enjoy the breath. And just one more breath in. And then on your exhale, release back through center. Maybe turn just a little bit to the right. And then come back to center. Get back to center, bring your hands forward, rock forward, come to table pose. And then from table pose, turn your toes under and stretch your hips up. Downward facing dog. Big full stretch. Stretch out the palms, spread the fingers. Stretch out the soles of the feet, press down through your heels. Stretch up through your hips. Release the neck, let the head just hang. Take one more breath in and out, and then on your inhale, shift forward and come to plank pose. Strong, straight line of energy from the crown of the head reaching forward, heels pressing back. Take a deep inhale, and then as you exhale, lower all the way down to your stomach, however you want to get there. And then any sort of a back bend you want to do. A little baby cobra, a sphinx pose, or something big and stretchy if you want. Head can be up or down. You can turn the head or nod the head. You're here for a few more breaths, so you can stay right where you are if you're good where you are, or if you want, you could come up higher. If you want, you can drop down lower. Maybe just for these last few breaths, engage the back of the neck, turn the gaze, and look more up than forward. And breathe in one more inhale, and then as you exhale, lower all the way back down. And on your inhale, you're going to push up to table pose, and all the way back to child's pose. So just ease the hips back to the heels. Arms stretch forward as the hips reach back. On the exhale, sink. On the exhale, just let go. Take one more breath in and out, and then on your next inhale, come on back up to table pose, hands and knees, right into a cat lift stretch. Lift your hips, lift your chest, lift your head, look up. Breathe in, deepen that stretch. Exhale, cat tuck pose. Pull the navel in and round your back. And then inhale again, cat lift stretch. Stretch from the pubis all the way up to the tip of the chin. Exhale, cat tuck from the tailbone to the base of the skull. Do one more. Inhale, cat lift stretch. Exhale, cat tuck pose. And then inhale, come to neutral, flat back. Bring your left hand a little bit more toward the middle of the mat. And then on an inhale, reach your right arm out to the side and up. Look toward the right or up toward the ceiling. Open up across the chest. Breathe in, and then as you exhale, thread the needle. Take the right arm under the left arm and come down onto your shoulder. And then just find where you want to be in this twist. And keep it really easy. You could go deep if you want. And then pressing into the left hand. Climb back up to table pose, hands and knees. When you get back to table, shift your hips to the left, head to the right, hips to the right, head to the left, so moving diagonally. And then come back to center. When you get back to center, place your right hand middle of the mat, and on an inhale, reach the left arm out and up. A couple breaths here, opening across the center of the chest. Look up best you can. Take in a breath, and then on your exhale, thread the needle, take the left arm under the right, and drop down onto the shoulder. All right, on your next inhale, press into the hand and come all the way back up to hands and knees. And then any cat-like movements that feel good. Nice, and then come to neutral. Turn your toes under and stretch back up, downward facing dog. And then we'll take a lunge with the right foot forward. Stretch the right leg up. Do that first. Bend the knee, twist the hip open. Breathe in a full breath, and then on your exhale, swing the right foot all the way up between your hands. Back knee either up or down, you choose. And then just an easy flow back and forth, alternately bending and straightening the front leg. Time it with your breath and let your breath work with what you're doing. So you're going to hold that lunge, and we'll do this as a crescent lunge. So back knee either up or down, press into the front foot, and come all the way up, and at the top, reach the arms up overhead. And turn the gaze and look up, and curve open. And breathe in, and then as you exhale, bring your hands back down to touch. Step the left foot to meet the right foot, and relax down into a forward bend. And then the next time you inhale, press into the feet, sweep the arms out wide to the sides, reach all the way up and overhead. Look up at the top, see the palms touch, and then bring your prayer to your heart as you exhale. Take a breath there, in and out. And then release the hands down. Inhale, sweep the arms out wide to the sides, reach up high, look up, lean back. Open the arms out wide, forward bend. Exhale, dive all the way down. And then the lunge on the other side, left foot forward, right foot steps back. Back knee either up or down, and then you're alternately bending and straightening the front leg. Now hold that lunge. And crescent lunge, pressing into the left foot, bring the torso up. And at the top, reach the arms up overhead. And look up if you can, if you want. Take in a full breath, and then as you exhale, bring your hands back down to touch. Straighten your left leg. Walk your hands around to the right. Turn your feet to point toward the long edge of the mat. And then once you're there, bend your right knee. Shift the hips to the right. Stretch out the inside of the left leg. Take a breath in, and then as you exhale, straighten both legs. The crown of the head goes down toward the floor. All right, and then bend the left knee. Shift the hips to the left. Stretch out just the inside of the right leg. And then keeping the left knee bent, begin to walk the hands back around to the left, pivot on the feet, come to the lunge, facing forward again, and then from there you're going to step to three-legged dog pose. So step back to dog, stretch the left leg out behind you, lift it up, bend the knee at the top, twist the hip open, and then come back to your downward facing dog. Take a really big inhale, and then as you exhale, lower the knees to the floor. And take the hips to the heels, child's pose. And this time, if it feels good, full expression of child's pose with the head down. Fold the arms down by your sides. Breathe in. And as you exhale, just sink. And bring your hands in underneath your shoulders. Press yourself up, sitting on your heels. From there, just shift the hips off to one side. Swing your legs around in front of you. Come to a seated position. And then come lying down on your back. And then bend your knees. Walk your feet in towards your hips. Shift your hips just a couple of inches over to the right. And then bring the knees all the way into the chest and take the knees over to the left for a spinal twist. Come back to center. Feet to the floor. Shift your hips over to the left a number of inches. Then bring your knees in towards your chest, and on an exhale, take the knees over to the right. All right, and then bring the knees back up to center. Recenter your hips. And then draw both knees in towards your chest. Rock just a little bit side to side or in a circle. And then release your feet to the floor. Slide your legs out straight. Take your arms away from the body. Just wherever it's comfortable. Come into Shavasana, resting pose. And with every exhalation, just feel yourself sinking, releasing. With every inhalation, feel all of the space that you created in your practice. Stay here as long as you'd like. And whenever you're ready to come out, just bend your knees and roll to the side and make your way to a seated position. Namaste.